Hello, it's Monday, May the 4th. The word for you today, this is exercise patience. Exercise patience is our lesson today. It comes out of James chapter 5, verse 7. James says, "Be patient then, brothers, until the Lord's coming. See how the farmer waits for the land to yield its valuable crop, and how patient he is for the autumn and spring rains." James' earlier verses been warning the rich who are oppressing the poor, that their day of reckoning is coming. And then to the poor, he encourages them, says, be patient, because God knows what you're going through. And you know what? One of these days, everything's going to be made right. You know, we need that. We need to know that sometimes. Sometimes we have to be patient just to knowing that God knows what's going on. And sometimes, well, if he does, why isn't he doing something? Well, he is, and he's going to do something in his time. And his time is always perfect. We just have to be patient and wait for it. And James uses the illustration of a farmer. You know, you're a farmer, you plow the ground up, you put the seed in the ground, it covers up, and then you wait. You have just spent all this money plowing the field. You spent all this money with the seed and planting it, and then your livelihood is dependent on waiting. That can be tough because you're waiting for it to rain, you're waiting for it to be sunny, you're waiting for the things to grow and then to have a crop. But you have to wait. There's nothing, once you plant the seed, there's nothing more that you can do. All you can do is wait. So how can we wait patiently for God, not knowing for sure what is going to happen? Well, in our this devotional, he mentions four things. He says, we know that God is always faithful. We know that he always keeps his promises. We know that he cares about everything that concerns us, and he works all things for our good. Our devotion does a good job of bringing that out. So what do we do while we're waiting? Do we just sit and watch TV? Do we twiddle our thumbs? What do we do? Well, the first thing, believe that God is working. Romans 8:32 tells us that if God loved us so much that he gave his only son, won't he do other things to help us? So first of all, believe that God is working. The second thing, wait expectantly. Wait expectantly and looking, watching. It could be that God will work in a way, and most of the time he does, works in a way we don't even imagine. And if we're not looking for him, we can miss it. The third thing, trust in God and not in our own understanding. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 tells us that. The fourth thing, resist worrying and becoming angry. Psalm 37 talks a lot about that. The fifth thing, wait for God to act and don't go out on your own. Acts 1:4. Jesus told the disciples to go into the city, go and wait. Wait until the Holy Spirit came. Now, he didn't tell them it was going to be 10 days, but he didn't tell them it was going to be 10 days. He said, go and wait. Wait until the Holy Spirit comes. Well, after the second or third or fourth day, I wonder if they got a little nervous or antsy. Nothing's happening. It wasn't until the 10th day that the Holy Spirit came. Wait for God to act and don't go out on your own. And the sixth thing, don't give in to the temptation to give up. Keep praying, keep looking. It's so easy to act prematurely and then miss out. I don't know about you, but when I'm driving someplace that I don't know for sure where I'm going, and I don't have a GPS information, and I'm driving and I'm thinking, okay, here, almost always I turn too early. Almost always I turn before I should. If I'd have gone just a little bit further, boom, I'd have been there. But so many times I turned too soon. There was, Jell-O. The little thing you get in little boxes, Jell-O. It celebrated its 100th anniversary way back in 1997. So it's been around a long time. The man who invented it was a man by the name of Pearl Waite. Pearl Waite back in 1897. He did a lot of things, and he dabbled in medicines and homemade remedies and all kinds of things. Well, he came up with Jell-O with his wife's help, And so he tried to sell that, and it just didn't go like he was wanting it to. So he sold it to a man named Orator Woodward for $450. He sold the patent, he sold the formula, he sold everything to him for $450 because the sales just wasn't going like Waite wanted. Well, Woodward saw the bargain that he got, and he understood the value of marketing and of patience. So within 8 years, he turned that $450 investment into a $1 million business. Well, today it's a multi-million-dollar business. Pearl Waite, the man who invented it, what did he get out of it? $450. And why? Because Waite couldn't wait. Let me ask you, is there anything in your life that you need to exercise patience for? You just need to wait on God to do what God's going to do. If we act too soon, we can miss out. Pearl Waite got $450. But he missed out on millions because Waite didn't wait. Have a good day.